You guys want to talk about 2016? Let me tell you, such a quintessential 2016 experience. I personally feel like the reason why everybody is really holding on to 2016 is that now we're millennials. And during 2016, you might have just either been wrapping up college, graduated college, just got out into the real world. It was very new, it was very exciting, it was very teasy peasy and too squeezy. Let me give you guys one of the most unhinged stories of something that happened to me in 2026. Okay, boom. So I graduate college and I immediately go to Boston using a U-Haul van. I had never driven a U-Haul before, and I didn't actually ever drive on the highway that much. But today I'm on this big truck because I tried to get a smaller one, but they ran out or something because everybody had booked theirs in advance, and me, I'm last minute. Donda. So by the time I'm trying to move out of my college dorm to my new city apartment, the only trucks available are those big U-Hauls. They have to drive like that. That's what I had. So I packed all my little bit of things into the U-Haul. Like, I didn't even have to come to school with furniture, obviously. So it's not even like I had anything except like clothes and like random cookware and random spices. So I packed that into the back of this big U-Haul and drive myself to Boston, Massachusetts. I thought, OMG, I cannot wait to get to Boston. The last thing I remember of it is when I went to Massachusetts for the Salem witch trials. That was the last time I was there, when I was like that kind, 9 or 10. So my mind, it was so cool to me then. And so I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna have such a great time. This kind of like almost like Sex in the City moment, but in Boston, etc, etc. When I get there, OMG, that's not what happened, child. Upon getting there, I stayed in a sublet on Harvard's campus, and I stayed with someone that there was a roommate already in the apartment, and I was like going to be the additional roommate in the apartment. I had a normal life. I was going to work, so I wasn't really doing too much, not too little. We were interacting on a very high and by basis, just, cordial, but like it wasn't like me and that girl was hanging out. So one day I'm at the kitchen and I'm cooking fish, right? Trying to be on my health game and all that. And my roommate's parents come to visit her. And these parents didn't necessarily live that close to where they visited her all the time. So I felt like, let me give them their space and like just finish cooking my fish and just taking the fish and eating it in my room. Like I'll do like the dishes and all those kind of things later, because it's clear that she's having family time. I don't want to be like up in the tees. And the way the apartment was designed, like I was very much in their face. It was uncomfortable. Hold that for yourself until later. So a couple of weeks later, I'm scrolling on my phone and I get an email, boop, and I click on the email, and it is the roommates of the place that I'm trying to move to next. So let me contextualize. I am in this sublease because I'm gonna stay here for a month, and while I wait for this other apartment that I've been waiting for to open up. And it was these girls that seemed teasy peasy and too squeezy. I was really gonna feel like we would have enjoyed ourselves. I was significantly younger than them, but they seemed like who I would be in a couple of years. So I was really excited to room with them. With that information, tell me how, because I left the frying pan with the oil from the fish on the stove for some hours while I let that girl and her family reunion, she told the people that I wanted to move in with that, oh my gosh, she's crazy. She does so many things, including, look, she left these, this pan of oil, like she's so dirty. I felt so betrayed, because I was like, girl, I was trying to give you, a moment, like some space. Just let me eat in my room and be uncomfortable and do all these things later, which I did. But you gassed it up because I don't know why, honestly, to the next ladies. And so they sent me an email saying they did not want to live with me anymore. Now I have 14 days to find a new apartment. What am I going to do? I'm not from this city. I know no one out here. I just lost my apartment right before I was supposed to move in to it. It was the perfect situation. What's gonna happen on the next episode of Chiefluencer Story Time? Okay. Part 2, I'll come out with it later. What happens after I get that email, child?